everyone, welcome to my channel, Dolls for Dolls. This is Jessica, and today I have a very special guest with me, making her second appearance on my channel, my lovely mother, Julie.
Hey everybody! Boy, have I been looking forward to this video.
Me too, because we are going to be reviewing one of the dolls that I got when Tommy and I went to that doll show I mentioned in a previous video. Now, I had been wanting to get this one for Mama for quite a while. I had found it on eBay and Mercari, and I had saved it on my wish list, but I was just, never able to get it. And so when we went to the doll show and I saw it, I was like, I have to take that home for Mama. So it is the Wonder Woman Barbie doll, and I think she was made in 1999.
Yes.
And I know there's another doll, Barbie as Wonder Woman, I believe, but this one is the one that we wanted the most for Mama because she had the cape and everything, and she just looked so regal and elegant. So she was very surprised when Tommy and I came home and told her to close her eyes and hold her hands out, and there she was. So I'm going to let Mama kind of be in charge of this review. That's kind of the point of having her as a guest. And I'm going to flip the camera and show y'all how she looks a little, with better lighting and stuff before we unbox her. And then after that, we will get her out of the box and go over this lovely doll.
So this is the front of the box. Barbie as Wonder Woman, 1999 collector edition. And I really like the inside of this box. The background is a comic book, a Superman publication, as it says there to the left. And I just think it was really neatly done to have that as the backdrop of the inside of the box. And the comic book to the right is just a replica of that backdrop. So I really thought that was a good idea for them to put that in there.
And then here is the side of the box. Just has stars, and it's the same on this side. And then on the back, it tells you all about Wonder Woman. And if you want to pause to read all that, feel free, because I don't think y'all want me to read it.
It's a lot.
So, anyway, we are going to go ahead and unbox her very carefully because I'm sure you want to save this box.
Exactly.
And we will show you just a little clip of how the inside of the box looks without her in it, and then we will be right back. So before I take her out, this is how she looks without the glare. And Mama was talking about with the comic book here, she made a good point. Off camera, she said that, with it being the backdrop for the doll, if you didn't want to take her out of the box, you could at least see what the backdrop is for her without having to take her out. So that was pretty cool with the inclusion of that. But here's the back, and it has a certificate of authenticity and all that stuff. We're going to take it out, but just wanted to show you how that was packaged on the inside of the box.
So here she is out of the box, and she did come with her own stand, so that's definitely a plus. She also came with a certificate of authenticity, which we have right here. She also came with a registration card. Barbie doll as Wonder Woman, Barbie Collectibles, Mattel Incorporated. And on the back, of course, you were to fill this out and just have it to where they would have you on file as the official doll owner. She also came with this card that gave you the opportunity to subscribe to Barbie Bazaar magazine. I actually looked that up, and it said that the first issues of that premiered back in 1988, and they stopped the publication in May of 2006. So now I'm gonna get her off the stand so we can talk about her lovely costume and all its accessories. So let's start here right at the top with her lovely tiara. And this, of course, is interesting over the years. You know, if you're a Wonder Woman fan like I am, you would notice that this tiara points at the top and at the bottom also. There are different versions of the tiara that didn't always do this. They have had them to where they mainly, just come across straight at the bottom and only come to a point at the top. But this one does both ways, so I like that. And of course, with her well-known red star in the middle. She also has that star here in the area of her ears with the earrings she is wearing, and I think they are quite lovely. Of course, with the version of Wonder Woman from the 70s, and I think when the comic strip was created, she only had just the little red circles, like the little button type earrings. So I thought this was a nice addition to help adorn this particular Barbie as Wonder Woman. She is wearing a one-piece bodysuit that just snaps in the back, as you can see there. And I'm trying to be particularly careful with the way I handle her, because some of the pieces, seem to maybe have melted a little bit with where maybe the seller had her in storage. So I believe she did come with a couple of plastic clear straps to help hold the suit up, and they no longer exist on this doll. As you can see, a few of the remnants here of those straps. So that's one thing.
I never liked those straps anyway, though.
Yeah, me either. And I also think that they had a piece of that plastic similarly here on the edge of this cape, where we're going to get to this cape, because it's really the most regal piece, I think, of this Barbie. I just love this cape.
Which is fitting for her, since she's connected to the Greek gods.
Exactly. It looks very royal, royal blue. I love that. Similar to the cape that Linda Carter wore in the 1970s television series Wonder Woman. The design is, a little different with her. The red, white, and blue pattern is different. This one is more solid, the blue, but I just love it. I mean, the material, it's silk. It's a heavy material, I think, for a Barbie doll, and I really love this piece. Of course, her accessories include her bracelets that she has on each arm here, and they are removable, but I'm not going to attempt to do that. She also has her lasso of truth, which is very important with Wonder Woman, and that's nicely done too. Heavier than the Mego Wonder Woman doll that I last reviewed up here with Jess. This one is a nice cord style rope, and I just think that was nicely done. If we go on down, we see that she literally is wearing tights. The song says, in her satin tights, fighting for her rights. Well, she's literally wearing tights here. Very shimmery. And I've never known for Wonder Woman to actually wear tights. I mean, in my mind, the song referring to the tights was talking about her pants here, but this doll was made different. Like I said, this is a one-piece bodysuit, so they just played around a little bit with the costume design of this. So it's still a neat idea. If you come on down to the boots, now I personally think that they could have done better with this, because they literally are more like long socks. They're not what I would call boots. They just slip on, and I think they could have done something like Mego did with the actual plastic boots with the heel. But
they sucked all their money into the cape.
I think they did. Her articulation is the normal 5 points, and I'm not going to move her around because, as I said, she is old and I don't want to move her too much. I will turn her around so you can see her hair in the back. That is a little less coarse than the 1976 Mego Wonder Woman doll that I reviewed. But I wouldn't dare touch this with a Barbie brush because I think it would just frizz all the more. And so I would definitely have to leave this, exactly like it is. But I do think she is lovely, and I am so glad that Jess thought of me to purchase her for me at the doll show that she and Tommy went to. So there she is back on her stand, the 1999 Barbie as Wonder Woman by Mattel. One thing we didn't mention is her beautiful makeup, and we think that her face sculpt is the Bob Mackie face sculpt. If any of you know for sure whether that is so, you can comment down below and let us know. We'd appreciate it. So that's the review of the 1999 collector edition Barbie as Wonder Woman by Mattel. What a glorious act of love from Jessica and Tommy to me. I really am appreciative of it. I love her so much, and I'm glad that I got to be back up here with you all today to talk about this lovely doll. And Jess, I wish I could actually fit her in my invisible plane.
Yeah, unfortunately she's got a smaller invisible plane, and I think it's only big enough for like a little figurine or something.
Yeah, I've got a smaller Wonder Woman in there, but that would be so cool.
But you never know, I might find one online and be able to grab it and review it, or if Tommy and I go to another doll show,
which I know they will,
I may come across one. But I have had such a lovely time reviewing this doll with Mama, or should I say just, being an assistant as she reviewed her. But
I feel like I'm the assistant.
No, y'all tell her in the comments. She did a good job. But anyway, thank you, Mother, for doing this with me.
Thank you for inviting me.
And thank y'all so much for watching. We really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did or found it helpful, be a doll and hit the like button. Comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.